Sometimes the most important things we do involve legal paperwork, and most of us don't really have the expertise to get this done on our own. Good news, an event later this week can connect underserved Iowans with the right legal assistance. Here to tell us all about Free Legal Doc Day is Ann Casamano, General Counsel with AROG. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
All of this makes my head spin, talking
Yes.
about any of these things. And I think for most people, it is very overwhelming when you're talking about any sort of legal services and things that are planning big things in your life. So just talk to us about what AROG does.
Sure, exactly. You're not alone, especially in this category. We know that studies have shown over 65% of Americans don't have a will. And I think it's those nerves about facing all of those hard decisions and life choices. So AROG is a global provider of legal insurance, and for over 80 years they've had the mission that every citizen should have the ability to assert their legal rights, and not just those that can afford it. And so we have operations in over 19 countries, and they felt really strongly that we should be doing things to further that mission. So Friday, all 19 countries are going to be hosting events in their local communities where they're giving access to justice in their own ways. And here we're doing that through a free legal doc day.
Incredible. So we think of wills, obviously, right off the tops of our heads when we're thinking of legal documents. What else?
Sure. And along with those, it's really important. People might need a durable power of attorney or a specific power of attorney or a living will. People will often get asked every time you go to a hospital or a doctor, they'll ask, do you have a living will in place? We also are doing authorization for minor medical treatment. So if you're going on vacation or you have a daycare provider that's regularly taking care of your children, it's important that they would have the ability to get get medical assistance for your child in the situation that you aren't there to be able to grant that authority.
That is something I never would have thought of. Okay, put that on my list.
Yes.
So all of these services are free.
Yes.
How is it funded?
Yes, we are doing this, AROG is funding it ourselves. We have our employees are volunteering. We had overwhelming response that our employees are very excited to help. And then we also have attorneys that are members of our network. We have over 15,000 attorneys nationwide, many of them here in Des Moines, Iowa. AROG, we provide legal insurance as an employee benefit.
Okay.
So many people at work would have access to sign up for it as part of their employee benefit package. And then we have network attorneys in the area that when one of our members experiences a legal issue, they go see one of those network attorneys, and several of those attorneys are volunteering at this event to help answer questions for people that are there to be able to complete these documents.
Wow. I'm sure you hear some intensely personal stories from people.
Yes,
Any
absolutely.
top of mind for you, circumstances that just tug at your heartstrings?
I mean, really, it's the times when you hear that people didn't take the time ahead of time to make sure that their wishes would be known, and then their family is struggling afterwards to try to figure out what should they do. And it's especially when it's around minor children and the care of their children, and some of those stories are the ones that are really the most heart-wrenching.
All right, I know we have information that we had up on the screen just a moment ago. Let's put it up again, and if you can look up and just tick through it for us here, where people can find you and when.
Absolutely. It's this Friday, and we're doing this at 500 Grand Avenue at our headquarters. It's from 10 to 4, and for people to sign up, they can go to aroglegal.com/docs.
Okay, so probably best for people to go and do that before they show up at the event. Sign up first.
And there's important information there. If people do want to walk in that day, we will do everything we can to try to assist them. They would want to bring a valid photo ID. Our goal is that every person that leaves that day will have printed, signed, and notarized documents with them so that they can leave with peace of mind that they have that important task taken care of.
That is worth so much. Amazing service. Ann, thank you so much.
Thank you again.
Janae, we'll send it back to you.